where at least 2 to 3 times a week, we talk about Ubisoft. They are headlining the news. And today, Ubisoft is back in the headlines. We talked about them yesterday, the day before yesterday. We talked about them like 2-3 times last week. They cannot stay out the news. Ubisoft is spiraling. You hear news about companies, I never think it's that bad, but I'm starting to think maybe it is that bad. If you haven't been keeping up, there was an earnings call. Star Wars Outlaws did not sell well. The board of directors are investigating the company, see what's going on. Assassin's Creed Shadows got delayed, saying they want to polish it more. Developers have been complaining to the suits they don't have enough time to finish the game. They finally gave them some time. I read another article today that 10% of the board is in favor of selling the company. I was like, Jesus Christ. I didn't say that article, but I was like, oh my Lord. It just keeps getting crazier. And today, as of October 3rd, 2024, we have another article. The vice president of Rainbow Six, Cameron Lee, has left Ubisoft, which is crazy because I didn't know there was a vice president of Rainbow. I know there's a vice president of a company, but I didn't know there was vice president of Rainbow Six. The vice president of the Rainbow Six franchise, Cameron Lee, has left the franchise in Ubisoft. Cameron Lee joined Rainbow Six's brand in April of 2022 after working as vice president of production at Activision, but had previously had over 20 years of experience as a producer, manager, and VP at companies including EA, Bungie, BioWare, and has worked on such franchises as Tony Hawk, Call of Duty, and Dragon Age. Following the announcement to join the Rainbow Six franchise, Ubisoft said that Lee will be responsible for creating the long-term brand strategy for the Rainbow franchise and aligning and collaborating with all internal partners. That's crazy. I didn't know they brought somebody new in 2022 and he's already leaving. So he had nothing to do with the production of Rainbow Six Siege in its initial stages. The version of the game that I loved, not this new version where they got fucking anime characters running around and shit, busting through walls, doing SWAT team shit. But going the future of the brand too, that's interesting because there was a rumor that was floating around the other day that the next Rainbow is already in the works. It was on the Reddit. I don't know if I brought the article up. I don't know if I saved that one. I probably didn't. But it was something I seen on the Reddit for the leaks and rumors. Apparently the next Rainbow is in the works. And it was codenamed something. I don't remember. Shout out to Zeta with the sub. I wonder if he had anything to do with it. It's unclear why Lee decided to leave the franchise and the company, but an internal email sent to staff reads, for the time being, the role of VP and executive producer of the Rainbow Six franchise will not be replaced. Translation, we don't have any money to hire anybody new. Good luck, Rainbow team. Insider Gaming asked Ubisoft for a comment on Lee's departure, but has not received a comment. I mean, if we take an educated guess, he probably doesn't like the way the company is going. So he's probably hopping ship early before it fully sinks. What up, Dippensaw? Might as well cue the Hokage's funeral song for the company if AC Shadows falls. Shit is crazy. Yeah, he doesn't like the path. Yeah, like that's the only educated guess I can take. I feel like Rainbow Six Siege is a victim of its own success. I really love this game for like a good because I can't stress enough, the game is almost 10 years old. As of 2025, it'll be 10 years old. It came out in 2015. Yes, PS4 niggas. That's how long it's been around. And from like 2015 to like 18, I really loved it. We played a little bit in 2019, but that's when we started to fall off. It was like a good 4 years we played this game. But like every good thing, you know, it comes to an end. There's nothing wrong with this game, in my opinion. It just kind of ran its course. But like, you know, you live long enough to become the villain. Next thing you know, the game starts changing at its core. It's no longer a game where you play as a castle. Instead, you're playing as fucking Goku and shit. Like, I don't know what the fuck this game is. I think that's it. They should have... I feel like with these live service games, they should have like a 5-year plan at longest. And then after that, let it go. Because if you don't, you're going to live long enough to see the villain. You become the villain, I mean. And I think it's just kind of overstated its welcome. That's all. Look at Apex. Yeah, Apex is overstated its welcome. I feel like these live service games should have a 5-year plan, and then after that, you should have an exit strategy. Start to slowly, what's the word I'm looking for? Sunset the game and get ready for the next one. Because you're never gonna get people as excited as when the game first came out. I don't want to say never, but it's really hard to do. The only game I can think of off the top of my head that managed to do that was probably like what, Final Fantasy 14. Maybe No Man's Sky. That had a moment, but it's pretty hard to do. It's pretty hard to do. Just move on. Yo, shout out to Clip Soprano. Shout out to Junisy and Helmer with the sub. Appreciate it. Cyberpunk, yeah. Cyberpunk, that's 3 games. It's still an anomaly. It's not the norm. Those are variables. That's not the norm in the industry. Interested on your thoughts on the new Avatar rumor? We finna get to it right now. So yeah, that's my Ubisoft update I got. Ubisoft continues to spiral. We will continue to follow this story. And more positive news though, because you brought it up. I got it saved right here. No, a new Avatar: The Last Airbender game is coming. It'll be a AAA RPG with Saber Interactive and Paramount Game Studios being at the forefront. Avatar: The Last Airbender is getting its first AAA game IGN can exclusively reveal. Paramount Game Studios and Saber Interactive announced today a new action RPG that's based in the Avatar Legends universe. The label based on the world first introduced by Nickelodeon's Avatar: The Last Airbender. In its collaboration with Avatar Studios, the division launched by original show creators Michael DiMartino and Brian in 2021 with the goal of expanding the Avatar universe. Translation: we're trying to milk this shit. We don't just want to do cartoons, we want to do movies. We want to do video games. We want to do merch. It's still in early, we want to do toys. It's still in early development, so, oh my God, stop announcing shit if it's not ready to be shown. Translation, we don't have a clear direction on this game. So it's still in early development, so details are a little slim at the moment, but the companies call it the biggest video game in franchise history. It will be, well, that's not hard to do because every Avatar, as much as I love this greatest cartoon of all time, the way they've done the video games, there's never been a good Avatar video game. From the one on the Xbox 360 to the Legend of Korra one, to the recently released one that came out, was it this year or last year? There was an Avatar game that came out recently. That shit was ass. There was a mobile game. That shit is ass, which is crazy because you've crafted such an interesting world with cool characters and abilities, and they can't make a video game. I don't know why. It was this year. That's how bad that game sucks. I didn't even know if it came out this year or last year, and I'm not going to look it up because I don't care enough. Yo, shout out to Marlon with the sub. Shout out to Marvy. Appreciate you. It'll put players in the role of an all-new, never-before-seen Avatar and take place thousands of years in the past, according to Paramount and Saber. Players can expect to be immersed in a vibrant world, master all 4 elements, engage in dynamic combat alongside companions, and experiences the challenges and the decisions that come with being the keeper of the balance of the world. It adds that story-wise, it'll feature elements both new and familiar to fans of the franchise. Damn, they saying thousands of years in the past. I wish they would have said hundreds of years. Because I would like an Avatar Kyoshi game. That would be fire. Although they would call that shit woke. You know, a certain crowd would call it woke. But if you know anything about Avatar Kyoshi, that would be a fire game. I wonder which Avatar it would be if they're doing thousands of years in the past. They're probably doing that for like creative freedom. We know loyal fans of Avatar: The Last Airbender have been eager for more stories that bring them into the universe of the show, and through gaming, we'll be able to expand the world building and allow fans to experience the new content in a completely immersive way, said Doug Rosen. Games and emerging media at Paramount. Saber Interactive has a proven track record in bringing IP-based games to life, and we're excited to co-fund this AAA title alongside them and let fans experience this world firsthand. At Saber, we are truly fans of the IP we work with, said Josh Austin, head of the IP development and licensing at Saber Interactive. Our team members are some of the most devoted, passionate creatives out there, and it's an honor to join forces with the Avatar Studios and Paramount Games to further expand the Avatar Legends universe in video games. This unique co-fund structure is a result of our ever-expanding collaboration with Paramount, which started over a decade ago. My first concern, as much as I love the Avatar, my first concern with this is Paramount is publishing the game. Paramount is footing the bill. Do they have the money for this? Because didn't Paramount just shut down a whole division? Paramount shuts down. Yeah, Paramount TV Studios has announced that it will cease operations at the end of the week. The 11-year-old studio is shutting down, and they laid off 800 people. This was recently, back in August. I remember this shit. And last I checked, Hollywood is hurting for cash. That's why they keep remaking all the same damn movies. Yo, shout out to Del6 with the sub. Appreciate it. Did you see JG's album release today? Yeah, I did. That shit was funny. So that's the first kind. I'm like, you guys say it's AAA, but do you have the money for it? Because you just had mass layoffs in your TV division. So I don't know. My second, Saber Interactive. I'm not gonna say it's a red. I want to look them. I know the name, but I'm not gonna lie. No game is coming to me off the top of my head. What did they make? Saber Interactive Games. Let's see. So they're responsible for World War Z. That's okay. NBA Playgrounds 2. That's okay. Crisis 3. Did I like Crisis 3? I don't think I liked that game. Did I like that game? I think it was okay. Warhammer, Space Marines 2. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, they made Space Marines 2. They made Space Marines 2. We give them that. That's a W. Mortal Kombat 1. They must have did like some side work on that shit. Quake Champions is okay. Insurgency Sandstorm, that's a good game. Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition, that's a remaster. Paramount spends dumb money for their football soccer rights, so I think they'll be good for the money. We'll see. Yeah, so I'm not gonna say a red flag. It's more of like a yellow. I don't know if Paramount has the money to do AAA game development, but then B, Evil Dead the game, that's cool too. Saber Interactive Games, like outside of maybe Space Marines, nothing really jumps out to me. Like they dropped mostly just decent games. This is a wait and see, I would say. This is a wait and see. I need to see a trailer. World War Z was worse than Back for Blood. I don't know if I agree with that. I understand some studios can do other types of games, but I don't know how well they'll do with action art. And yeah, that's right. Just because you made Space Marines 2 doesn't mean you can do a full-blown open world action RPG or something like that with like Avatar. That's why I said I'm not gonna put this in the red flag. I'm gonna put it in the yellow. This is a let's wait and see. This isn't like when Sucker Punch announced Ghost of Tsushima 2. I'm like, I have a feeling that game's gonna be good because they have a strong track record. Their track records, it's okay. It's not blowing me away, but it's okay. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see. Because if there's any franchise that deserves a good game, it is Avatar. So please, Saber Interactive, take your time with it. And Paramount, make sure you pay them people. So that's my thoughts on the Avatar game that got announced. Speaking of loser shit, though, let's go back to negative. We talked about Ubisoft taking another L. Then we talked about the Avatar W. Let's get back to another L. The first disappointment. You guys remember that? Or the Descendant? When that game was coming out, everybody told me I needed to play it. Oh, it's going to change gaming. I said I'm not playing that 5 out of 10. I thought you niggas hated looter shooters, but apparently you don't as long as it's free. You guys don't mind eating chitlins as long as it's free. Got some bad news for you guys. Apparently you don't like it that much because Nexon has laid off some people. And, you know, I'm not going to make fun of this because, you know, I never like to see people lose jobs, but I don't think you guys like this game that much. Me, I don't talk about my feelings. You niggas in Hokage highlights can get mad in the comment section because I don't agree with your dumbass opinions. I don't talk about opinions. I talk about facts. And the fact of the matter is we got an article saying Nexon is laying people off. So apparently y'all don't like the first Descendant that much because you're not buying any of the skins and the microtransactions. It's almost as if you just play this game because it's free. You don't even like it. Let's read along. Nexon America has been hit with layoffs with an unknown number of employees affected. As reported by, shut up, Brooke. As reported by game developer, the firm said the redundancies would impact a small number of employees. That's what they say, but they don't give us a number. It clarified the decision was made following a restructuring plan announced earlier this month. The reorganization includes the elimination of a small number of roles, with the severance offered to those leaving. At least they got a severance. That's good. The company said. However, Nexon America is now hiring to fill out the new development team, including engineers and designers. They're hiring more. They're firing people and hiring more people. Oh, shit. On September 3rd, Nexon's president and CEO, I don't know how to pronounce your name, and CFO announced that a midterm growth strategy for the firm. Damn. So they're not growing. They announced a new growth strategy. I don't know what I just thought y'all was buying. Listen, if y'all like the game, I love it. I just was under the assumption that y'all was buying these microtransactions, man. Even got the first Descendant in the thumbnail and shit. But I thought grifters wanted to see thick ladies like this game, but I guess these P-brains lied to themselves. What's the player count on this game? Can we... Steam DB first Descendant. 13,000. Okay. Although the peak was 200,000 3 months ago. I don't know. It doesn't really seem like you guys like this game that much. But hey, I'm just a hater, right? I'm just a hater. I'm just a hater. In only 3 months, they've lost the majority of their player base, but I'm just a hater. Okay. It's a healthy number, but it's still a big drop off. I have 300 hours on it. I'm sorry to hear that. I am sorry to hear that. Is there a way to check console numbers? Unfortunately not. The console numbers probably would be higher. I would give it that though. They probably would be higher. But yeah, that's my first disappointment update. I got an update for PS4 niggas. You know, here on this stream, something funny has happened. You know, my deep hatred, not for people who are not interested, but people who just pretend like there's no difference between the PS5 and the PS4. I have a deep hatred for these people because these people are holding gaming back. We cannot push the power of these current platforms if you continue to support the last platforms and then you complain there's no difference and that's why you don't want to upgrade. It's a vicious cycle. Those are the people that I'm talking about. And I swear every stream, it's like we slander them at this point. We're going to bully you into getting a PS5 or an Xbox Series. And something very interesting has happened. At first, people didn't like it, but then people started to really support the movement, the anti-PS4 nigga movement. And just yesterday, I had 3 different people tweet me some videos for the PS4. So I think what's happening is I've become a voice for the voiceless. I think there's been something bubbling under the scene with people who are gaming on current gen platforms, because that's what the PS5 is, current gen. People who game on PC, Xbox Series, and PS5. I think there's been something bubbling under the surface. We're tired of you guys buying 2K on the PS4. They just announced they're cutting features for the PS4 version of the Black Ops 6 just so it can run. But you say there's no difference. So people have been tweeting me. I've been getting messages on Instagram. I've been getting tweets. You said, I sent you this on see? Algany takes credit. He sent this. People have been sending me videos. So let's check out what's going on in the PS4 community. Let's see what's going on your next gen platform. The first video I got from, and hey, if you part of the audience, feel free. If you find something funny that's worth slandering, I am now because I never did this before. I am now encouraging you to tweet it. My DMs are open on Instagram. DM it to me. DM me the link if you find a funny video of a PS4 nigga in a natural habitat, which is taking an L. Let's take a look. Apparently, this PS4 user is jump starting his PS4. Let's check this out. What they doing? This shit got rust and dust on it. This is crazy. This is crazy. First of all, why is your PS4 rusty? Where did you take this shit? Atlantis? How did you get this motherfucker had to crank this bitch up like a goddamn lawnmower. This motherfucker say like it's a damn chainsaw. But you swear this shit is current gen. It's not. It's an 11-year-old console going into 12 in 2025. You have a whole tween. You have a tween. And in 2 years, it'll be a teenager. Let it go. Let it fucking go, man. This is ridiculous. Next video I got for you. I get this shit the fuck out of my... Bro, what the fuck? Got an 04 Honda? Nah, don't disrespect Honda like that. I don't even know. Oh, this dude, in order to get his PS4 to work, he had to take it out of the... This shit is not loading, bro. PS4 so old, these PS4 videos won't even fucking load for me. Yo, shout out to Ajax with the sub. This man had to take it out of the case to get it to work.
Cansado de tanto viajar solo como un gorrión en...
That, if you're wondering what that is, that's the PS4 right there. Apparently, he couldn't get it to work. I don't know if there wasn't proper airflow. I don't know if it was proper airflow or something like that, but he had to take it out the PS4 shell case, and now all you have is the data chips and shit. This nigga had to plug his controllers directly into all the gigawatts and the kilowatts and the megatons to get it to work. He needed, it's like, yo, his PS4, yo, you ever been to the barbershop and you seen some little ass kid crying in the chair? And he moving his head, so then the barber fuck up his head, so then the mom be like, give him the baldy. His PS4 got a baldy. He got his hairline fucked up. So now it's just sitting on the desk waiting to explode, which is funny in itself too, because somebody in the chat just asked, can you even take a PS4 through TSA? That's a good question. That might be a video I need to do. Maybe I should go to LAX and interview some TSA agents. Just put a microphone in their face and say, hey, is it safe to bring a PS4 on a plane? Because I heard that shit's a fucking bomb.
Yeah.
This is nasty. This is fucking nasty. Clean your room. And then last but not least, what else I got for you? Oh, we have a meme for you. Somebody tweeted this to me. How it feels being a PS4 owner in 2024. Classic Dragon Ball meme. Oh yeah, we're gonna get to it, Ab. We're gonna get to it. Now, if you're not following that, if you've never seen Dragon Ball, you're one of the two people. This is a classic scene. I believe this is the Android Saga because Trunks is there. And this is when after Trunks visited and he goes back to the future, Vegeta hadn't reached Super Saiyan, I don't think yet. And like he was super jealous. He didn't know Trunks was his son. And this is like a dream or something like that from what I remember. So he's like butthurt at Goku and Trunks because he can't go Super Saiyan. That's right. You are Namek Vegeta. If you have a PS4, you're Namek Vegeta. Okay? We're on the Cell Saga. We're on the Boo Saga. We're in Super, matter of fact. Let it go. Let it fucking go, dude. Let it go. We don't want to hear it. If you want to, and let's get something straight. If you want to play your PS4 and you want to upgrade, I actually have, and you don't want to upgrade. If you just want to play your PS4 and you don't want to upgrade, I'm actually okay with that. My issue with PS4 niggas is, it's like people who don't pay taxes, but they want to be part of the conversation about what needs to go on with the country. You didn't pay your taxes. You don't get a say. You're a felon, okay? You don't get to vote. You're not part of the conversation. That's my problem. It's PS4 niggas. They want a seat at the table. They want to have a conversation about what's going on in the current gen. When you're living in last decade, your console came out when Vine was hot, okay? On God, yes. That's what I'm saying. We don't want to hear, if you didn't pay your taxes, we don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear it. So that's my PS4 slander update. I appreciate everybody who's been submitting videos to me. Continue to submit them. Like I said, you can tweet it at me. You can DM me on Instagram. If you find something funny, I'm not saying go out your way and look, because let's not go out our way and slander these people. We got to keep in mind, these PS4 niggas are poor, okay? Their life is already hard. They're unemployed. So we're not doing that. We're not going to kick them. But, you know, if you're just scrolling on IG Reels, scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on Twitter, and you happen to find something, send it my way.